buying store-bought beef patties? What's wrong with you? You know how we do. Let's go.
Yes, let's start with our dough. With that, we're going to need 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 3 teaspoons of curry powder, and 3 teaspoons of turmeric. At this point, give dry ingredients a quick mix. To our dry ingredients, we're going to add 3/4 cup of milk and 3/4 cup of water. Let's start mixing. After hydrating our flour, we're going to knead our dough for roughly 10 minutes or until smooth. Now it's time to saran wrap our dough and put it in the fridge for 3 hours. Let's move on to our beef filling. For that, we're going to need a pound of lean beef. To that, we're going to add 3/4 tablespoons of salt, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of dried thyme, a teaspoon of ground allspice, key ingredient in Jamaican cuisine, 1/4 cup of tomato sauce, and 1 tablespoon of browning. Let's start mixing this up. Time to move on to our chops. We're going to need 1 small onion, 3 cloves of garlic, a half a green pepper, a half a red pepper, 3 scallions, and 1 Scotch Bonnet. Let's put it all together. To a frying pan, we're going to heat 3 tablespoons of olive oil and start cooking our chops. This already smells amazing. We're going to cook our chops for roughly 2 to 3 minutes or until softened. Next, we're going to add our pre-seasoned beef and cook until fully done. At this point, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of bread crumbs to help absorb the moisture and thicken up our beef filling. Add beef to a food processor to get the right consistency for our filling. We don't want to break it down too much, but this consistency right here is perfect. Let's start prepping our surface to roll our dough. Grab your dough from your refrigerator and let's start rolling. This process is critical. Make sure you flour your dough as well. Roll out your dough till it's about 2 feet long and 1 foot wide. After rolling dough to desired length, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of frozen shredded butter to the bottom portion of our dough. Spread the butter out evenly, then fold. After folding, we're going to pinch our ends to make sure we seal the butter in between the dough. Flip your dough and roll again. At this point, we're going to add 2 more tablespoons of butter to the middle portion of our dough. Fold and add 2 more tablespoons and fold again. During this process, we want to make sure our dough stays cool. So with that, we're going to put it in the freezer for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, we're going to repeat the same steps. Flour, roll, butter, fold, butter, and fold again. Adding the butter and the folding process gives our crust a nice flaky and flavorful taste. Lastly, we're going to add 2 more tablespoons of frozen butter and then fold one more time. Next, we're going to put our dough back in the freezer for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we're going to roll our dough to a 1/4 inch thickness. Next, we're going to grab a 6-inch bowl to start cutting our dough. Nothing goes to waste. We're going to re-roll our excess and do the same steps all over again. To me, 2 tablespoons of beef filling is the perfect amount for this size patty. Next, we're going to apply an egg wash to the surface of our sheets. Egg wash helps with the sealing process. Alright, it's time to fold. Using the edge of a fork, we're going to start sealing our patties. We're going to place our patties in a 375-degree oven for 20 minutes. Oh man, these things came out good. You want to take it to another level, add some cheese, and put it back in the oven for 2 minutes.
Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and always remember, where there's a will, there's a way. Peace.